Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So, just a little bit ago, I released this post on X, which basically I just said, hey, here is the evolution of the PPPwn devices. And I basically just got in version 3 of the PPPwn device that AliExpress sells. Now, in just a moment, we'll actually go over what is the difference between all of those versions. But I thought we would begin by jumping over and looking at the product page and the price, just where you can understand if you want to go further with this or stop. Price for this new version 2.0 Pro model is $32.20 US dollars. And it's called basically a one key jailbreak tool mod kit. And really what that means is that everything that you really need to mod or to jailbreak your PlayStation 4 is completely included. And I'm even talking about the USB stick that already has goldhen.bin on it. So this is absolutely great for those that just wants an all-in-one solution. They don't want to go to GitHub. They just want to buy this and then go with it. Now, let's look at some of the pictures here and let's see if anything has changed since the last time we looked at it. That is one of the older pictures of the version 2 that I had, faster speed than the previous version. And there it says, note, use A mode by default. If it cannot work, switch to the B mode. Now, I do follow one of the accounts that is associated with this, and there was this message here that said, we are going to upgrade our V2 to V2.0 Pro this Friday, and we will add another switch on the device for you to switch between mode A and mode B. In most cases, you can just use mode A. However, mode A cannot jailbreak your consoles. You can switch to mode B and it will work. Therefore, we now cover all the PS4 models in all country versions. Okay, and I do think that it was pretty interesting here that they did give a bit of a diagram. Okay, so I think now is probably a good time for us to go ahead and open this up and see what we've got.
So here we are yet again, and we have a brand new PPPwn device for the PlayStation 4 that has just recently come out. Now, there is a couple of versions that I have went ahead and got, and I have done some YouTube videos on these. So here is the very first device, and now with this device right here, it pretty much was only for PS4 version 11.0. So if you had a 9.0 system, then you really couldn't do a lot with this one. Now, this was quickly improved upon, and we got version 2 of the PPPwn device. Now, version 2 on the back had a little switch where you could switch between 11.0 or 9.0. Now, this one has been the one that's been my daily driver for quite some time now, just simply because these are super easy to use. And again, you don't have to actually do any setup or anything like that. This is a complete all-in-one kit. So the very latest one that came in the mail is this one, and this one right here is for PlayStation 4 11.0 or 9.0. And you'll see back here on the back, there is a switch here to toggle 11.0 or 9.0. Now, there's also a switch up here that says A and B. And so what I was told was that if you have some models that end with 15 or 17 and you're not able to use this in the A mode, which is the default, then you can select the B mode right here and it should work. Now, this is definitely a fix for a lot of those PlayStation 4s of a certain model that wasn't working so well. But anyway, this is the new device. And so I'll just go ahead and show you what you get with the package. And okay, so here is everything. So we've already covered the main device here, and then you get a set of an Ethernet cable, a very short one, which is exactly, what you would want, because you're just plugging this into the back of the PS4. It also comes with a USB-C cable there, and it does come with the USB-A flash drive. So all this has on it is the goldhen.bin, and again, if you just put that into your PlayStation 4 upon first boot up, then it will copy that over. But again, this kit comes with everything, so you don't need to go to a GitHub repo or anything like that. And it does have some instructions in here, which we'll just take a brief look at here. So yeah, this is just the manual, and this is talking about how to set up the PPPoE. I'll flip it around on the other side here, and there it is, just more of those instructions, and there it shows Goldhen working down at the bottom. Okay, so I was able to use a little tool to pry in between this, just like the previous times. And so once I did that, here is what the board looks like. So everything that I could tell had at least this same information. The only thing that was different was down here where this one says 1814. The previous model said 24/05. Anyway, there is the chip, and I'll just go ahead and put that to the side there, so maybe you can take a quick look at that. Obviously, it's USB-C, and then on the back of the board here, there is the same pushpin button that has been in the previous versions. We still don't know exactly what that's for. And then there is the other two buttons, which maps up to the B and the A, and then the 11.0 and 9.0. But there is what the inside of the board looks like for those that are wondering. I'll go ahead and I will fire up my PlayStation 4 and we'll give this a shot.
Okay, so back over on your PlayStation 4, head over to settings and then go to network, set up an internet connection. We're going to do a LAN connection, and we're going to go to custom and then PPPoE. Make sure you give it a user ID and a password. Automatic here, do not use. And now we're going to press the back button. Okay, and so after I set up the PPPoE, what I like to do personally is I like to just go ahead and do a reboot. So go ahead and restart your PS4, and really from now on, you won't have to do any of this. Just make sure the device is connected, and then just power up your PlayStation 4 and it should auto jailbreak. Okay, so my PS4 just booted up, and we're just going to sit here and wait, and it should automatically jailbreak the system. Okay, we see our first cannot connect to the network, and it will obviously auto retry. Second attempt, there it goes. It actually looks like it worked, and it did work. We can see PPPwn up there, and we are now have our Goldhen loaded. So the device, again, just like the previous versions, does absolutely exactly what you would expect from it. Now, one thing you're probably thinking, and I have been thinking too, is that, right here we saw the official Flow released an update, right around 2 months ago, and in this it was, use the IPv6 address that works on all devices. So with this brand new device, I'm wondering if they either aren't running the very latest version that came out from the official Flow, or why did they add that additional AB switch? Now, we know that that was something that was done recently, but maybe there is something else that I'm not aware of that A and B switch does. But I would think that this fix from the flow would have already made this exploit work on all devices. And so, anyways, I just wanted to share a bit of this information as I have been doing. Again, thanks so much for watching the channel, because by watching the channel, I'm obviously able to use that money and put it back into the channel. Anyway, thanks so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Michael. Ow!